Just let me make a try. Okay. I'm not taking a picture now, I'm just trying it. Okay. So, when you press here, you will see a red light flashing.
Yeah.
Because there's 10-second timer.
Okay.
So you press, when you see the light here, not this one, this is always flashing, but this one, it will tell you that in 10 seconds it will make a picture. You can press, then you can put it on your pocket. You will be doing something of what I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
And then the picture will be taken and then again back, okay?
All right.
5 pictures of all the process that I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to give you 3 emotions, of which you should be choosing one. And please don't choose the easiest, but one of the other 2. The emotions are rage, despair, or fear.
I've got 5 minutes.
Yes, you've got 5. Call us when you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that seems to cut across a lot of people within the recovery community, whatever they're recovering from, is a sort of suicide attempt or several suicide attempts. And I think there has definitely been at some stage that choice of life. I mean, it's called rock bottom or this or that or the other, and by making that positive choice of life, you're learning to be human and you're trying not to make the same mistakes in your second life.
I'm not out there, me, going, hey, I've got the T-shirt, I did drugs, I'm recovering now. I like to present myself as a person, and then I'll throw that thing in of, well, I've used drugs hardcore for 30 years of my life. So when we come to like the terminology, it's a mishmash of 2 words, recovery, and we evolve. People, we've all evolved, and that's what I feel I've done, is I've evolved, and I've evolved to this person now that is connected. So, like a recovolutionary, do you know what I mean? That's what I feel I am.
Mine was recovering from a death, my own death. I died, and then I felt like just a little beam of light I've gone towards, and I've got out of it and started to try and live. And I've sat in a park public park, and I've had keys in my hand, and I've hurt myself, and I've done that for an hour, and nobody come up and stop me. Just, who cared? Nobody cared about you, whether you were here or not. So you've got to be out there and become somebody, and you've got to be thankful for the recovery to sort of like say, this is your chance here now, take it, you know.
What do you see here that he could be feeling or thinking? And what are all the levels of feeling, thought?
That looks hurt to the point of stinging.
Okay, hurt to the point of stinging.
It also looks to me quite knowing.
Knowing, okay.
For me, it was the awareness of the performance in this. That was one of the reasons why I didn't vote for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see her, you see this picture as more theatrical?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, being there in front of the camera, that's the reality of the, I mean, the performative part is a reality as well. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
but
I like the knowingness of it. It's because you know there's not pretense. It's like
Does it make it intention explicit?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, what you said that he could be thinking, I think it's very interesting because it brings out the reality of that moment, and like it's really hard to be here in front of the camera. What Diane said, but also what you said. I mean, and the knowing of what's happening and trying, but feeling that maybe I'm not making it. I would add, you know, like this is hard for me, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. What is it so that's so surprising or so shocking or so? What could it be? Can we just imagine a situation? What is she going through inside?
I think it was a betrayal.
Yeah.
Like something's really let her down.
Yeah.
Really.
For me, and happy for people to disagree, my personal recovery is important, but an integral part of that personal recovery is doing my best, whatever that is, however small or however big, is to spread the message to other people. And whether you're in AA or whether you're not or whatever, for me, a big part of recovery is coming out, and I'm coming out because I want to help other people. And yes, that strengthens my own recovery, but there's definitely active citizenship in it.
It's about having your own personal identity and being able to be who you are, and acceptance, being within the community and helping other people. You know, that's one of the biggest things for me, is to be able to give back and help somebody else and spread the message, definitely.
I'm quite unhealthy because I can't see how you can't be, not to feel anything and be healthy. Because that's the challenge. If it's about feeling and being felt, I want to feel. So I live in whatever town I live. I want to feel what it's like for kids going to school who come from poor homes, who have learning difficulties. I want to feel what their experience of life is going to be. Well, actually, if you feel that, what's it going to feel like? It's going to feel fucking painful because their lives are going nowhere.
I mean, I always think that addiction is a logical response. We're told pain is a bad thing. We're told fear is a bad thing. You have a headache, take a pill. And mine has been a process of, it's okay to feel these things. They're not death. Death is not feeling. And yet I live in a culture where everyone is trying not to feel all the time.
Yeah.
I think the difference for me about recovery is not medicating yourself away.
No words, huh? These are the instructions. Now, first of all, the most important thing is that the silence. Huh? So when you are there in the studio, not one word has to be spoken. So signs, or you just forget about, and because it's about improvising, and it's about feeling the other, what the other is doing and reacting to that, or maybe taking the initiative and provoking some reaction.
Do you think maybe that, I mean, certainly with me, with words, when I was in denial and in the throes of addiction, words were a way I very skillfully lied and hid my truth.
Yeah.
By taking away the words, it has allowed sort of truth to speak without it. And so, in one sense, it's taking away something that can be the enemy of you. But we're at a stage now where we might be adding some words. And that's the right time to do it after our bodies have spoken the truth, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Again, but only with one finger.
I've written how I felt this week. I honestly wanted to bow out of this as I felt I didn't get it. I felt like you're all more educated than me. I'm common. I'm not needed or able to give comments on topics. And truth be told, the bond I felt with you all kept me going, and I felt truly connected and empowered by the work and honesty and friendship we have all built. I even opened up a conversation with my mum about it, and she said that one thing she regrets is not pushing me to feel the fear and do it anyway. So from my mum's point of view, she's wanted to say thank you to you all.
Say thank you back,
Because I'm one of them people that goes, no, I know. Whereas I think through recovery I found you might say no, but do it anyway.
In this case, the artist already had a method, a process that was proven to work in other settings, even though the individual stories and emotions are different. But there was a great deal of experience of kind of unwrapping people, which is an incredibly honed skill. And we walked into that room quite frightened. And if we'd have been trying to manage that process ourselves, possibly our inhibitions might have had more power and dominated more.
We've also been given the chance to rebel against that. Yeah. And I mean, she's given us the chance to rebel against it, and I think she's quite happy when we actually rebel against some of it.
I mean, in a way, and I can't really explain this, it makes me feel this kind of activity around the subject makes me feel more normal.
Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
You know, when I'm in recovery conferences, I feel at times that I'm stuck in a loop. It's repetitive, it's ghettoised, it's too claustrophobic, Whereas this feels more, we're out in the world, forging something new, pioneers. You know, it's kind of, it's grown up and it's adult and it's joined up and it's interesting and it's fun and it's risk-taking, but it's safe and there's a beauty in it and there's aesthetic in it. And, you know, it all informs the subject, because I think, you know, addiction is so pertinent to living.
If you look in the past, you have things like Homer's Odyssey, and you have all these sort of stories of people who, you know, go into the depths and various things happen to them and they come out of the depths and they're sort of reborn. And I'm not sort of saying that everybody should try addiction and all the hell that comes with it to experience the coming into the light. But recovery for me it's beyond being able to cope. It's actually sort of finding this incredible strength that we all have, even if we don't know we've got it. We've all got it. And that has come out of triumphing over adversity. Now, that adversity might have been of our own making, but that's like a moot point, because you could say addiction is a result of many, many things. But the fact is we've survived it and come out better. And for me, that's quite utopian. And it's very redemptive.